into game number 3 of 8 here at Fort Gibson High School. It's a 2020 Old Fort Classic. Brought to you by Bravado Wireless. Listening on Bravado TV. And we got a good one today between the Stilwell Lady Indians and the Idabel Lady Warriors. Stilwell is going to be donning the red uniforms today. Red tops, red bottoms, and a light red trim going up in the sides of their uniforms. Idabel will be in the white, red numbers, white and black stripes on the sideline. Red Idabel written across their chest in bold letters as well. And we are underway for game number 3. Idabel starting out with the ball. And what do you see from this Lady Warriors team as they drive it inside, Dion, and miss the first layup? And there's a scramble for the ball. This time, ball will be knocked away and given back to the Lady Indians.
Yeah, well, first of all, defense is important, especially in these tournament situations. I want to see good, clean defense and guys being aggressive on both ends of the floor.
On the other side, the Lady Indians who have the ball now. Neither one of these teams have huge size, Dion. The three-pointer on the way and no good from Macy Swaney.
Yeah, and I was watching Swaney during the pregame, and she looks like she's capable and confident in knocking down that outside shot. So look for that to continue for the rest of the afternoon.
Winston with the ball top of the key right now for Idabel. She dribbles with the right hand all the way to the rack, up and no good. A rebound up and in that time for Leah Herod.
It's a good job by Herod. She doesn't get the over-the-back call. Good, strong rebound and goes straight back up with it.
Three-pointer too strong from Jada Eubanks. Swaney probing the left side of the lane, pulls up, gives it to Eubanks. Eubanks ties the game up at 2 apiece.
Although knocking down that shot has got to be important for the Lady Indians not to fall in love with those mid-range jumpers and those outside shots. Got to go inside and get that easy stuff too.
Nia Winston can't handle the pass, and ball goes out of bounds on the Lady Warriors, giving the ball back to the Lady Indians. 2-2 the score, and a relatively clean game so far, only about 2 minutes in. Stilwell being patient, and Idabel takes it away. We're going to get a foul on Stilwell in transition. Foul goes on Macy Swaney, foul number 1. Stilwell's going to apply some full court pressure, man-to-man full court. Idabel gets in the hands of their ball handler, Maddie Pratt, who dribbles it all the way left-handed, finds a wide open Leah Herod, but she can't put it in, but a nice job by Pratt to find Herod.
That was a nice dime wraparound pass right there. Very impressive.
Foul was on Brianna Benham. The first one is up and in. Just got a little confused down here. There's 2 25s on either team. Herod is the one that is shooting the free throws, not the one that committed the foul. 6:05 left to go. Second free throw from Herod, no good. It remains a 3-2 game in favor of Idabel. Three-pointer on the way, no good. Just a little too strong from Swaney. She hits out the back iron. Idabel with a run out, got a girl wide open down below. The layup from Pratt is up and in. That's an early 5-2 lead for Stilwell as they didn't get back on defense. Nice crossover move. Alex Thompson's going to get called for the first foul of the game for the Idabel Lady Warriors. The Stilwell Lady Indians will take it underneath their basket. That's going to get us our first sub of the game. Coming into the game, Kara Lee Bundy. Coming out is Alex Thompson. Three-pointer on the way from Mink is too strong. Idabel comes away with the rebound. They're pushing the tempo the other way. Pratt, nice dish once again and a finish.
I am thoroughly impressed with Pratt early in this game. She is dropping dimes left and right.
7-2 the score. Pratt a main reason why the Lady Warriors are ahead, but a nice finish that time from the Lady Indians. And Talib Mink. Bad pass that time from Pratt, one of the few that we've seen today. She throws it right to Stillwell. We're going to get a travel, so a turnover. 7-4 the score right now in favor of Idabel. We're going to have another sub. Idabel going to the bench for their second time today. Into the game will be Tylese Whitaker. She's coming in for Leah Harrod. Alex Thompson coming in as well.
And I like the strategy by the coaching staff of Idabel, doing a good job of getting into their bench, and you can kind of see why. I mean, they're loaded down there, a number of players on the bench, and they're using them.
Alex Thompson drove it right into the lane, and she just ran into a straight-up Brianna Benham. Pratt thought about, pardon me, that's Swaney. Mink thought about the two, but she didn't put it in. Swaney, turnaround Jay from the free throw line, no good. That was a good shot, though, for Stillwell. Idabel comes away with the rebound, looking to push. Taking it to the hoop, the dish.
And it was a good idea, a great idea by number 33 over here for the Lady Warriors, Winston. But it was a low trajectory pass. You got to get that ball up. She didn't, it was in between a chest pass and a bounce pass, and it was just right at her ankles instead of at her chest.
Kinley Catron in for Stillwell. Drive from Mink, and she's going to be fouled by Amberly Baptiste. Her first foul of the game. Team foul number 2. Shot no good. Stillwell resets the offense. A nice drive, and she will be fouled. The basket will not count, but Talib Mink did a good job of driving to the basket and making Idabel foul her.
Yeah, nice move. And luckily enough for this Idabel team, they get the foul before the basket goes in.
Active hands on the defensive side from Thompson.
Good defense.
Benham gets it in the corner. She's going to give it now to Mink. Mink tries to feed it into Benham, gets it put right back in her face. She grabs it, goes corner now to Ramirez. Ramirez 3, too short. Battle for the ball, and we are going to get a jump ball. Good hustle from both teams, and looks like the ball is going to stay here with the Lady Indians.
I like the way this Idabel Lady Warriors team plays, okay? Defensively, they are doing a great job defensively. Even though they're a little undersized, they're still physically dominating this game.
Not a lot of movement. Ramirez gets the ball. Kinley Catron gets it to Talib Mink. Mink, shot no good. Going the other way, handling the ball is Thompson. Thompson gives it top of the key to Young. Tamika Young.
With the extra pass.
Three-pointer on the way for Thompson. Good. Thompson showing the effort on the defensive end and gets rewarded on the offensive end with the 3.
They move the ball so well. And just the vision, the court vision of every player on this Idabel team that I've seen handle the ball right now is excellent. And that's a good call by the ref right there. It wasn't enough for a foul, but a good jump ball situation. And that might be the second one.
Yeah, it is a second. They had some issues with the scoreboard. We finally got it figured out. I was wondering where all these points came from. It is 10-4 in favor of Idabel. Stillwell's going to apply the pressure. Thompson breaks it. Nice passing from Idabel. Layup rolls around, no good for Amberly Baptiste, but a great job She'll go to the line to shoot 2, and Idabel being unselfish.
Yeah, and you would like to see them get rewarded for the extra pass right there, but the ball just doesn't roll through. But they do get to the line. Let's see if they can make it count here.
First shot up and in for Baptiste. Idabel with an early lead, 11-4 here on the offensive side for Stilwell. What do they got to get going so that they can get some points on the board?
Well, you can already tell that this is a mid-range shooting team. I mean, they like to shoot the outside shot, and they like to get into the paint and then pull up for those jumpers. They're just not falling for them right now, so they're going to have to find some offense some kind of way.
That's an in-and-out pass, 3-pointer on the way, too strong. You'll live with that if you're Stilwell, but you also got to get back if you're Stilwell. Idabel on the other end. Layup good for Baptiste. That's her 3rd points of the game. A hustle foul that time from Nia Winston. She comes in and she hits Brianna Soup pretty hard.
Yeah, and that was almost a dangerous play.
Soup with the ball, dribbling left-handed. Gives it in the corner to Katron. Katron finds herself in a predicament, but she gives it to Benham, who's mid-range jumper no good. And Stilwell is just not getting back, and Idabel is just beating him. The layup, though, is no good from Winston. But that's got to be a focus for the Lady Indians. They got to get back whenever they shoot on defense, on offense.
And here's the thing, she thinks it's a backcourt violation. She grabs it and travels with it, and they call a travel on her. You got to be aware of the situation in the game.
It's going to be a mass sub for the Lady Indians. Right now they only have 4 girls on the court. Now they're going to go with 5 as Katron stays on. .50 seconds left. Idabel with a 13-4 lead. The shot no good. Rebounded by Stilwell. Going the other way, running the point is Brianna Soup. Give, corner, 3. Short. That time from Jada Eubanks. And once again, Idabel counters quick. Going the other way. Shot no good, but Tamika Young was fouled. She'll go to the line to shoot 2. Talib Mink coming into the game for the Lady Indians, and Sasha Richards coming in for Idabel. Bad pass that time, turnover for Idabel, but they get it right back. Mink tried to go, but then she's going to travel.
And she dragged that back foot right there, and so they had to call her for the travel, but it was a good effort by number 2, Pratt, trying to get the ball back and make something happen.
They're figuring out who the last foul was on. They said it was on 3, Paige Hardbarger, but she was not in the game, and so they're going to actually assess that foul to Brianna Soup. They got that sorted out. Coast to coast is Katron. She gives it in the short corner now. Mink gets it, layup up and in.
And that was a good offensive possession there for the Lady Indians.
A nice job getting a hand on the ball and poking it away. It will stay with the Idabel Lady Warriors, though. 7.7 left to go, 13-6 in favor of Idabel. Idabel not really progressing towards their goal right now, and I don't think they know that the time is running out. They did not. The time does run out on the first quarter, and it's 13-6 in favor of Idabel as we got 3 more left to play here from Fort Gibson. 13-6 in favor of Idabel.
Other wireless companies need 4-page brochures to explain plans that are too complicated and cost way too much. We are not like the others. We are Bravado Wireless. We offer one line of unlimited talk, text, and 4G LTE data for only $40 per month, with no minimum number of lines and no hidden fees. This is your year to be bold, connect fast at the best price. We live where you live, and we are proud to be a part of your community here in Eastern Oklahoma. We are Bravado Wireless, and we believe in the power of connection.
Welcome back. Second quarter action here in Fort Gibson, the 2020 Old Fort Classic. Idabel and Stilwell. Stilwell in the red jerseys. Idabel donning their white jerseys. And right now, the Idabel Lady Warriors with a 13-6 lead. What did they do well in that first quarter, Dion?
Well, they were aggressive they were aggressive on defense, and they were able to get into the paint, and they found the extra pass, and because of that, they were getting easy baskets. But now it seems like this Lady Indians team is finally finding some ways to put up some points offensively.
Yeah, that's what the Lady Indians need, an outside game to really start to compete in this game. We got a jump ball down below. It'll go towards the Stilwell Lady Indians.
And one of the things that you're noticing right now is the referees are really letting these girls play. I mean, they're not calling any cheap fouls right now. So let's see how it goes closer towards the end. See if that has any effect on the game.
7:07 in the second quarter, 13-9 you scored. So just a 4-point game. Another deep three from Eubanks on the way. That one's just short. Ball bounces, rebound, taken down by Mink. Mink gives it to Catron. Catron in the corner. Three-pointer on the way from Soup. Just a little too strong. Ball bounces, hits the floor. Girls all over each other. Who comes away with it? It'll be a jump ball. Jump ball in favor of Idabel, and these teams are scrapping for every loose ball, Dion.
They certainly are, and I like it.
13-9. Stilwell's going to apply some backcourt pressure in a trap. Ball gets poked away. And we're going to get a timeout charge to the Idabel Lady Warriors. That's their first timeout of the game. It's a 30-second timeout. That'll give us an opportunity to let you know this game is brought to you by Bravado Wireless. Check out your local Bravado Wireless dealer for some great wireless details. They can get you hooked up with internet, phone coverage, anything that you need. Bravado is there for you in the wireless game. Make them your partner in the wireless game. To use the basketball terminology here, you want some good internet, let them assist you in that.
I see what you did there. Look at you, you professional you.
Hey, 6:30 left to go, 13-9 in favor of Idabel. Idabel not scored yet this second quarter, but we're just a minute 30 in. Eubanks with the three to take the lead down to 4 for the Warriors. There's not a lot of offense on both ends so far in this game, but Stilwell's really struggled to get the ball to the hoop and get it in that hoop. Rebound by Katie Stevenson. She's going to be fouled.
And that's the first time that they've called a foul on that kind of loose ball action right there. We've had multiple tie-ups. This is the first foul.
That's going to be a turnover on Mink. She dribbles it off of her leg, and it goes out of bounds and goes back to the Idabel Lady Warriors. Whenever the ball gets in the hands of Maddie Pratt, Stilwell is applying the pressure. Nice anticipation that time from Winston. She gets the steal and the 2.
That's excellent anticipation right there. Good instincts on her part. Very physical and fast. You can tell she's a great athlete. And last time she made that play in transition and didn't finish on the layup. This time she does.
Crossover dribble from Stevenson. 3 on the way from Eubanks, no good. Idabel's countering the other way. Ball thrown up, stolen by Eubanks. She got back on defense that time, gives it back up to Mink, and Mink will slow down the pace and dribble it up.
Yeah, that one, Pratt just lost control of it in the process of the pass.
Nice fake that time from Soup. She gives to Mink. Mink, shot no good. Rebounded by Thompson, and they're going to get Thompson for a travel. She had a few Stillwell Lady Indians applying pressure. She travels, and it's going to give the ball back to the Lady Indians underneath their basket with 4:55 left to go in the second quarter. Eubanks in the corner. Didn't really want to pull that one. Brianna Soup goes back to Eubanks. That time Kinley Catron just got a little too excited and shuffled her feet before she got moving and put the ball on the floor. Catron coming out, and in for her is Kay Ramirez.
Almost a travel there.
And that was, Ramirez came in and fouled Pratt.
Aggressive defense.
She was coming in there flying, and I was wondering when she was going to put on the brakes, and she never really did. She gets called for the foul. Pratt tries to take it strong to the hole. Benham comes up with the rebound. Eubanks dribbles it up top of the key. She was going to give it to Swaney, who was coming up, but Swaney decided to flash back towards the goal, and that threw Eubanks off just enough to where she traveled.
And that was a great move.
Nice take from Leah Herod. And that's going to cause head coach Glenn Cohn of the Stillwell Lady Indians to call a timeout. Idabel Lady Warriors doing a great job on the offensive end of just getting to the rack in the second quarter. All 4 of their points have come close.
Yeah, they certainly have. I mean, they're not taking a lot of outside jumpers. They're just, playing well on defense, pressing the ball, and then finding the open man, and it's helped them. They're doing some good things down low, though, some good post moves, and you can see, like that last bucket right there, just being aggressive and going to the hole and being physical.
Idabel looks to be using their advantage on the floor, which is their quickness. Both these teams are not very tall, and it looks like the Lady Indians might have the size advantage with Benham down low, but they're really using their quickness to their advantage and getting back on defense. I see you come up with another steal, or another attempted steal as Winston knocks the ball out of bounds. And if you're the Stillwell Lady Indians, how do you counter the Idabel quickness, Dion?
I think you just got to run your offense and keep the ball moving. Too much trying to dribble, penetrate. Just run your offense and pass the ball.
That was a good opportunity there. Swaney's layup no good, but they did run the offense. I got Swaney on a back cut. And we're going to get Alex Thompson with the travel. Ball is tracked down by Brianna Soup. She goes behind the back. Stutter step. Swaney thought about the 3, gives it away A nice driving layup that time, up and in. Tyler Sonny.
And a nice move over there by number 24, Alex Thompson. Nice pump fake and getting them in the air and then coming underneath and getting the easy 2 points.
19-11, Idabel with the lead. Benham gets down low. Strong post move that time from Brianna Benham. That's her first points, and that's where the Lady Indians need to go and use their size advantage.
You're exactly right about that, Seth. They need more of that low post, high percentage shots.
2-on-1 break, nice pass, up and in.
That's what this Idabel team is about, making the smart pass, and they've done that very well in this early half.
Winston gave to Herod. Herod finished.
Winston almost got another steal right there.
Three-pointer on the way. Too far right that time from Sawney, pardon me. And a nice job on the other end by Amberly Baptiste.
And that was a great dish by Thompson, doing a good job of in the backcourt, keeping her head up.
Three-pointer on the way, good from Swaney.
And the Stillwell team is finding a little bit of offense. Watch out now.
Stillwell needed that one to stop kind of the bleeding. Idabel had extended the lead to 7. A nice aggressive drive. That time from Leah Herod. She's going to go to the line to shoot 2. And if you're Idabel, you want to get Benham in trouble because she is the only post player that the Stillwell Lady Indians really have at their disposal and has just played a lot so far this game.
And one of the things you got to keep in mind, okay, every time this Lady Indians team has been able to answer and put some points on the board, excuse me, Idabel has done a good job of answering back. Going back into the bench is Idabel as well. Coaching staff doing a good job with this rotation. I imagine this will be the lineup, though, that finishes up the half.
1:23 left to go, 25-16. It's a 9-point lead. Three-pointer on the way. She already hit one. That's another from Swaney.
Back-to-back three-pointers for Swaney.
That cuts the lead back to 6. Swaney heating up, and that's exactly what the Lady Indians needed to stay in this game. Idabel breaks the pressure, but not before Tylese Whitaker travels. It's a turnover. Credit the press for the Lady Indians. Now they get an opportunity to get the ball back and cut into this 6-point lead with 1:04 left to go in the second quarter.
You know who I would find?
I find Swaney in the 3 or Benham down low.
Well, I mean, if you want to answer the question, golly. It was a rhetorical.
You asked the question.
God.
I ask you questions, you answer. You ask questions. Normally, when you ask a question, the other person answers.
But you're stealing my thunder here. Boom, no thunder.
It's all lightning over here. Three-pointer on the way, misses everything. Rebound pulled away by Herod. And a nice job that time by Stillwell of applying pressure. And
active hands.
it looked like that was Kay Ramirez that got in and knocked the ball away. 43 seconds left to go. When Idabel has been able to break the pressure, they've been able to get easy layups, but sometimes that pressure has caused turnovers as well.
And again, the foul on number 25 for this Stillwell Indians team.
It's Benham's second foul. Herod goes to the line to shoot 2 more. She made both of her free throw attempts earlier in this quarter. That one rattles around and doesn't fall.
Good job jinxing her.
I don't believe in the announcer's jinx. She can't hear me. She doesn't know. .29 seconds, 25-19, a 6-point lead for the Idabel Lady Warriors. Second one no good, but an offensive rebound is no good as well. Good job that time by Batty East to get in there. And then also Is that Harried once again that gets in there, picks up that East miss?
It certainly is. Doing a good job of getting down low and trying to. Batiste follows up with the offensive rebound. She can't miss the.
Batiste.
She can't make the shot.
But Harried does the good job, gets to the line, misses the first one though.
She's missed all of them since you've mentioned it. We know that, right? Like since you mentioned she hasn't missed.
She made that one and extends lead to 26-19. Let's see if Seminole holds for the last shot and content with going down by 7 or less. They are not, as Mink is driving to the hole. Eubanks thought about the three. Holds it, gives it back to Mink. Ball on the ground, Mink gets it. The give is to Swaney, 3 on the way for Swaney, too strong. Ball in the air, pulled down by Idabel. They got 4 seconds to go, they don't know it. The shot is up, no foul called. That was, Pratt was trying to draw the foul.
It's a smart headsy move on her part. Look at the ref, he's smirking a little bit. He knew, I'm not calling that one.
That was good. 26-19 is the score. Both teams found some offense in the second quarter, but it's Stillwell that is trailing by 7 as we go to half here at the 2020 Old Fort Classic in Fort Gibson.
Hi, we're Bravado Wireless. You may have seen us at your local events and wondered just exactly what we do. We provide the highest quality cell phone service, specializing in outstanding coverage, both locally and nationwide. We're headquartered right here in Oklahoma, with multiple store locations in eastern Oklahoma. We provide the most affordable, unlimited talk, text, and data plans available. For a limited time, our unlimited plan is only $40 a month, and you can receive a free LG K30. Make sure you stop in now and enjoy our other amazing summer deals before they end. Visit Bravado Wireless store locations for all other details, or go to bravadowireless.com for more information. We are Bravado Wireless, and we believe in the power of connection.
At Bravado Wireless, we don't believe in wasting your time or ours. Our mission is to serve you with honesty and integrity. That's why we offer upfront competitive pricing with no hidden fees in our plans. For $40 a month, you get unlimited talk, text, and data with nationwide coverage. No data caps and no restrictions. No matter if it's your first, second, or third line, you only pay $40 per month per line. All of that with coverage on America's best network. We're your local service provider. Come get to know us. Go bold, go Bravado.
Stick around because we're cooking wild.
You are called to be bold, to live out loud, to make the most out of every moment. You share these moments with your friends and family, side by side, across town and across the world. We are Bravado Wireless. We believe in the power of connection, coverage, speed, service, the latest technology. These aren't options. They're not special offers. They are obligations to you. We believe in building a community, your community. Bravado Wireless.
with a strong finish, and that's going to prompt head coach Glenn Cohn of the Stillwell Lady Indians to call a timeout. Idabel with a strong showing on defense to start out the second half, getting some turnovers. 30-19 the score.
Yeah, I mean, you always want to start off the game well, but when you're up and then the second half starts, you want to start off the second half well as well. I mean, it's very important to do so because it shows a lot about coaching. You just got into the locker room. You just talked with your coach. He just told you some corrections and things that you need to get done. And if you don't listen to him, it's like, hey, what's going on here? That's why you got to call a quick timeout, just like Stillwell just had to do right there. And on the opposite end for Idabel, they're over here, hey, coach is patting himself on the back there. I'm doing a good job out here.
Yeah, head coach Mosley of the Idabel Lady Warriors is patting herself on the back for sure at the start of the second quarter. Stillwell tries to get it down low to Benham, but it's knocked away, and Idabel with active hands on the defensive end. Stillwell comes up with the steal. Ball on the floor. Nobody's gotten it yet. Swaney comes away with it. Nice drive that time, but she just lost it by Talib Mink. Mink had a lane wide open. She just lost the ball on her way up. She's going to come out. In for her is Kinley Catrone.
They go into the full court press.
It's a zone press. It's a 2-2-1. That's going to force Idabel to travel. The turnover gives the ball back to Stillwell. Stillwell needs to find some offense here in the early going of the third quarter.
And you know where they need to go for that.
Where, Dion?
There you go. You need to find number 1, Swaney.
You're going to say that Ramirez stepped out of bounds. Been a turnover fest so far. What's your favorite? Apple?
Turnover fest.
Yeah, what's your favorite turnover? Apple? Cherry?
I've never had an apple turnover.
Never had an apple
I don't think I've ever had a turnover. Like, what are you? What's a turnover?
Okay, pause. Nia Winston just scored. You don't know what a turnover is? It's the things that the dessert that they always sell at Arby's. It's. Yeah,
Do I look like I go to Arby's?
I'm sorry. You too good for Arby's now?
Yeah. I mean, unless they're a proud sponsor, and otherwise, then go to Arby's and eat their meats. But other than that, yeah, I don't go to Arby's.
Yeah,
man.
Nothing touches Dion unless it came from a pasture and farm raised and 100% organic and whatever else, right?
I'm not saying all that. I'm just saying I've just never been to, I've been to Arby's once and had a curly fry or two, but
they're really good. They're kind of like, if you think about, okay, we're going to get off topic. 1 second. If you think about the apple pies from McDonald's, they're just better.
If you say so. I mean, I have no room to argue with you because I've never tried it.
It's a dessert. I don't know what else to say with this. I apologize to our listening public that he doesn't know what a turnover is. I was trying to be funny, and we had to deep dive into what a turnover is. Benham gets it down low. They dish to the corner to Ramirez. Ramirez finds Benham. Short jumper good, and that's a recipe for success for Stillwell.
And that's a sigh of relief as well for Stillwell because they were really struggling there offensively and defensively, and they finally get a bucket.
32-21, the timeout. This is going to be a full one. Let you know this game is brought to you by Bravado Wireless. Bravado is your partner in the local wireless game, so if you're in Eastern Oklahoma, visit our good friends at Bravado Wireless. They can hook you up with a phone service, internet service, anything you need wireless-wise, they've got you covered. 32-21 our score here at the Old Fort Classic. We're 3 games into an 8-game stretch, Dion, which we never figured out what 8 games in a row is. But our 8-game doubleheader, which I don't know if that makes sense either because doubles in there. Our 8-game header. We're still figuring it out here. We still got 5 more games to go. So far, what have you been impressed with? Is we've had 2 games in the book. The McAllister Buffaloes played earlier. We got to see Holloman play, but they were felled by Oklahoma Union. Also, Roland and Memorial played as well in girls action.
First, right now, you got to talk about the Roland Lady Rangers and their shooting ability, especially in that first half. They kind of put the game away early and was able to knock down some outside shots and be very creative offensively. I like what they were doing, and I suspect that they're going to do great things in this tournament.
They don't know who they will play yet, and they're not going to play the winner of this game, as these games are spread out. 4:48. Idabel with the ball as they break the pressure from the Seminoles, or pardon me, the Indians. Ball's on the ground, picked up and finished that time by Leah Harrod, and she has been the go-to scorer for the Idabel Lady Warriors this game. Swaney gets the ball, she gives to Eubanks. Now they find it down low to Benham. Benham power dribble. Gives it to the corner and a drive back to Benham. That's the shot that you want, and that's up and in for Benham.
And that's the second time that she's hit from that spot.
34-23 now is the score. Stillwell really needs a stop on the defensive end and get it back down on the offensive end and get it from Benham. Benham coming out with a huge steal. She intercepts it, dribbling it herself now. Gives it back up to the point guard, Swaney. Swaney open for 3 on the way, too short. She couldn't quite capitalize on the turnover and cut into this lead, make it single digits. But the Lady Warriors, they get the ball back with full court pressure from Stillwell. It's a nice move from Alex Thompson. She juked herself out. Harry drives, layup, missed everything that time. Rebound pulled away by Mink. Mink gives it in the corner to Swaney, but it's out of the reach of Swaney. She tried to give it to Swaney.
And Mink's had a little bit of a rough time, controlling the ball this half. She just entered back into the game, and then now another turnover. Hopefully she can get it under control and hope her team come back on this one.
Winston to the lane, drives into Benham and draws the foul. And if you're Benham there, you got to keep your hand straight up. That's how you got the foul, is you brought that hand down and drew the contact from Winston.
Winston is fearless when she goes into that basket. She puts her head down, goes up strong, and tries to finish. And if she doesn't, she always gets the foul.
First one up and no good. Benham is going to come out along with Macy Swaney. Replacing them is Sonny, along with Stevenson. Second free throw up and in from Winston. Mink grabs the ball, is going to dribble it up the court. A deep three-pointer for Eubanks on the way, and she nails it.
And that's what this team needs, some outside presence, and they need their shooters to keep shooting.
That cuts the lead to 9 for the Idabel Lady Warriors. Ball on the ground, opportunity for Stillwell. It's going to be a jump ball. Stays with the Idabel Lady Warriors this time. 2:31 left to go in the third quarter.
Yeah, Batista just loses her footing there. She assisted down as well by one of the Lady Indians, but the ref didn't see it, and it wasn't enough for a foul.
It's a backcourt violation. Pratt possessed the ball on one side of the court and ran on the other. She didn't quite realize that she was on. Stillwell will inbound the ball. They give it in the corner, three-pointer on the way from Stevenson, and she nails it.
She had a slight hesitation in the jumper, but she continues to follow through with the shot, and she knocks it down.
6-point game. 2:09 left to go after the Stillwell third quarter burst. They are on a 6-0 run right now. 2:05 Can the drought come to an end? No, the three-pointer short from Winston. Stillwell pulls it down. Ramirez going the other way. Pardon me, that's Catrone. Idabel comes up with the steal, though. Nice dish that time from Alex Thompson, but on the receiving end and not ready for it that time was Carolee Bundy.
Yeah, and that's unfortunate because it was a great pass and a great job by number 24, Thompson, to dribble, penetrate, and dice up that trap defense on her own. And once she got past those two defenders in the backcourt, she knew she had the mismatch and had the numbers, and she just had to find an open person.
Idabel forces a turnover on Catrone. She was in no man's land back there with no help. The double team came and she tried to get around it, but nothing doing. This time, Winston gets it in the short corner, gives it to Thompson. Back to Winston, thought about the three, pumps, drives, short. Rebound pulled away, and the foul will go against Idabel. It's gonna go against Nia Winston. First team foul of the quarter for Idabel. Only been 3 fouls called so far in this second half. Nice job that time by Brianna Soup. Gets it into the front court. Short corner jumper, no good from Sani. Winston goes the other way and draws the foul. Good job by Winston not to hesitate, go in there and get the foul.
Yeah, you could see she was looking on the other side, trying to see if she had the numbers or had another teammate to pass the ball to, but just because the way that the defense was, you know, scattered across the court, she decided to keep it to herself and go up and take the layup and still draws the foul.
Second one up and good, extends the lead to 37-29 now. A nice steal on the other end, or on this end by Thompson. Spin move no good from Pratt, but an offensive rebound from Harrod, and she's gonna go to the line to shoot 2.
Good job getting up there and getting that rebound, being physical in the paint. Idabel team is tough.
They've answered this run by the Lady Indians, playing good defense and driving it to the hole and getting to the free throw line. They can't connect on that one.
Number 2, Taylor Mink, number 1.
The starting backcourt for the Stillwell, Lady Indians are back on the floor. Mink and Swaney.
Head coach Glenn Cohn, as the second one falls, was trying to keep them out of the game until this third quarter was over to give them a break, but the Lady Indians couldn't break the press without their starting point guards on the floor. So Swaney and Mink back in this third quarter with an opportunity down 9. Three-pointer on the way, good from Stevenson.
Stevenson has knocked down 2 3-pointers in this quarter.
32-38, it's a 6-point game. Idabel with the turnover, and Stillwell's gonna get an opportunity to cut this to 4 or 3 with 15 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Mink's got the ball, 10 seconds to go. Gonna set a ball screen for her. She drives the lane all the way, left-handed layup, up and in!
A nasty crossover it was for Minks.
Mink gets it to fall, and Idabel's looking to counter, going the other way. A sidestep that time from Winston, but it's knocked out of there, and that's gonna be the end of the third quarter. A successful third quarter for the Stillwell Lady Indians as they cut the lead to 4, 38-34, as we have 8 minutes to decide who's gonna move on to the second round here at Fort Gibson. Stay with us, an entertaining fourth quarter upcoming here in the 2020 Old Fort Classic. 8 minutes to decide who moves on to the second round in the Old Fort Classic. And it's going to be the Stillwell Lady Indians who have the ball and trail by 2. Nice job that time from Mink, pardon me. She gets it down low, but a missed layup from Sawney. The Lady Indians can't capitalize. Free throw line jumper, too strong from Thompson. Loose ball on the floor, Stillwell comes away with it. Coast to coast goes Ramirez. She takes the contact, draws the foul, and we'll get an opportunity for 2 from the line for her first points of the game.
And here's the thing, number 24, Thompson was there. She was at the spot. She just has to give up her body, and she doesn't do that. Instead, it's a blocking foul, and they get 2 shots.
Ramirez's first opportunity, just a little bit too strong. Ramirez gets that ball, wastes no time shooting it. Second shot strong, and Idabel will retain a 4-point lead with the ball. That was a good screen on the dribble, or pardon me, a good on-ball screen, but
the ball just jumped up on her, and she wasn't expecting it. She tried to control it. Ref sees the carry, and he has to call it.
Yeah, Thompson had that ball dribble up by her ear, and you really can't get away with it when the ball goes up that high.
Do you feel the tenseness of both of these teams right now, knowing that the score is only, I mean, if you're Idabel, you only got a 4-point lead. If you're Stillwell, you're in a situation where you can almost come back. Everybody's playing a lot tighter, and you're not seeing the free-flowing game that we've grown accustomed to in these last couple of quarters.
If you're Glenn Cohn, the head coach of the Ladies Indians, when do you come back and bring in Brianna Benham? She has 3 fouls, but she's been a force down low that's really kind of ignited that third quarter rally. But along with the 3-point shooting of Stevenson, you hate to take her out. Stillwell with the steal. The layup up and in from Sawney. Sawney gets it to fall, and this is a 2-point game, Dion. Stillwell turning up the defensive pressure. Idabel looking to counter. Thompson with the ball. Dribbles it back to the mid-court and is going to set up the offense. Dribbles left side. Ball poked away this time from Swaney. Thompson, talking to her teammates, didn't have a lot of help that time, Dion. Coming into the game, Maddie Pratt. She will substitute Carolee Bundy coming out. Stillwell's turned up the defensive pressure his last few times. And once again, another steal. This time it's Ramirez. She dribbles it into the front court, loses the ball. It's on the ground, picked up by Mink. And there's going to be 2 girls that are on the ground. We've got to see if we got a jump ball.
Jump ball to Stillwell.
Or a foul. We are going to have a jump ball. Possession will remain in favor of the Stillwell Lady Indians. 6:28 left to go. 36-38 is your score. They inbound the ball to Mink. She dribbles it past the T and the Fort Gibson logo in midcourt. They give it out to Stevenson. She thought about 3. Now she's going to drive. Ball gets loose, knocked away. Thompson going the other way. It's a 1-on-2 break. Thompson's going to take it herself. Draws the foul and will go to the line to shoot 2.
And she is fast with the ball in her hands. I'm telling you right now, Sweeney was trying to catch up with her, poke that ball from behind, but she couldn't.
Alex Thompson is going to go to the line to shoot 2.
It's one of the things this Idabel team hasn't done good as of late, shooting free throws. This time Thompson does a good job of knocking it down.
Second free throw is up and good. That extends the lead back out to 4 for the Idabel Lady Warriors. Had a good battle in game number 3, and that's going to call head coach Cohn of the Lady Indians from Seminole to call a timeout. All right, 6:14 left to go. You got Stevenson in the game. Brianna Benham is on the bench. What are you drawing up here if you're the Stillwell Lady Indians and head coach Cohn?
I think you need to draw up a couple of pick and rolls and get Sweeney or number 15, Katie Stevenson, open for a nice look outside jumper. They've been doing a good job of knocking down some difficult, challenging shots. So you got to give them opportunities to get the ball in the hoop for you.
Stevenson did a good job last time. Not Fort Gibson, Idabel jumped down on Stevenson. She did a good job of pump faking and driving. She just lost the ball. You'd like to see her maybe pump fake, drive, put the ball on the floor once, and then see if she can find a teammate.
Yeah, that's definitely an option right there. But right now, both these teams just need to get the ball under control in the possession. I mean, Idabel's turned the ball over 2 times. They just got to be under control, know that these possessions are valuable, but still play within themselves.
40-36, 6:14 left to go. Stillwell scored 6 points, just 6 points in the first quarter. Then they managed 13 in the second, 15 in the third. Idabel has been pretty consistent, 13 in the first quarter, 13 in the second, and only 12 in the third quarter. And that's allowed the Stillwell Lady Indians to get right back in this game. 2 points so far for the Stillwell Lady Indians have come from Sawney. The 2 points in this quarter for Idabel have come from Alex Thompson. Ball poked away. Picked up by Winston. And we're going to say that the ball stays with Idabel. It was a good job by Winston to poke that ball loose, and everything that Stillwell had set up there in the timeout on the offensive end just goes away. Saney on the defensive Pratt, and that's going to cause a jump ball. The jump ball should be in favor of Idabel. It is. So 40-36, 5:54 left to go, and Idabel will retain possession. They give it back to Winston. Nice find from Winston. Wide open was Leah Harrod. Harrod puts it up and in. It's a 6-point lead for Idabel.
Use your vision again, Idabel. Be able to find the open person and get the ball.
Corner 3 from Eubanks misses everything, and Idabel's going to come away with it. Eubanks hit 1 earlier. She's hit 2 in today's game. Layup too strong. Ball rebounded by Eubanks. She gives it away to Mink.
Looks like number 25, Brianna Benham, is on the scorer's table ready to check back in.
I might keep Stevenson and Benham in this game. They've been your scorers. If Benham checks in, Mink drives, dish out, 3-pointer, Swaney, good! Swaney knocks down the 3, and it's 39-42. Stillwell not out of this yet, and it's because they're 3-point shooting.
Yes, certainly is, and that's kept them in this game. A great timeout by the Idabel coaching staff because they need to calm down and talk to their girls real quick. Use all the timeouts you got. This one's getting to a nail biter.
4:59 left to go, 42-39. Stillwell able to find their shooters on the outside, and they've knocked down 4 threes in this second half compared to none on the other end for the Idabel Lady Warriors. In fact, Idabel has only hit 1 3 all game long. It's just a difference in the two teams, Dion. The Stillwell Lady Indians are taking a look at the replay of the 3-pointer by Macy Swaney.
Yeah, this Stillwell team's getting it done on the outside. Idabel just concentrating on getting those high percentage shots on the inside. Let's see which one wins out.
6 3-pointers made for the Stillwell Lady Indians. They inbound the ball against the Stillwell full court pressure. It's man-to-man, Stevenson picks it up. They didn't keep Stevenson and Benham in, but a nice drive, layup finish for Alex Thompson.
See how they execute the play call from the bench? That's how you run your offense.
44-39, it's a 5-point lead. Stevenson, top of the key, dribbles left, tries to dish it out, stolen. Winston, coast to coast, challenged, hard foul. She goes down underneath the basket. She's slow to get up, but she will. There's a hard foul from Jada Eubanks, and they tell you if you're going to foul, foul hard.
Take another look at this. You saw that leg gets trapped underneath her a little bit. She's shaking it off right now on the free throw line, but that was almost a scary play.
That was. First free throw is up. And that's a fine line that you have to ride between fouling and making sure that they don't make the layup, but also not wanting to hurt anybody, Dion. First free throw up, good. Second one, no good. So it's still a 6-point lead for Idabel. 4:24 left to go. Bringing it up is Mink. She dribbles right. Takes it in. Stevenson, open three, top of the key. Good! Stevenson doesn't need to jump to nail the three-pointer.
That's 3 3-pointers for Stevenson in this half.
42-45, it's a three-point game. One possession game in favor of Idabel. As Thompson tries to dish it out. Three-pointer on the way from Winston. Can she answer? No. Rebound bounces around, pulled down by Pratt. She's going to reset the offense. Top of the key, hard dribble from Harrod. She goes up, no good. Benham had the rebound, lost it. Now Swaney comes away with it. Pardon me, that's Mink. Mink gives it, corner, Eubanks, three. Good, it's all tied up.
And they call it a 2. Her foot was on the line. They call it a 2.
Her foot comes in. We take another look at the Bravado Wireless replay. Can we see her feet? We cannot, but she nails it. That was so close to tying this game. The Stillwell Lady Indians will take it, for sure, but they're still trailed by 1. So we're going to take another look.
Look at the wide angle. You can see she was clearly inside that three-point line.
It's got to be court awareness there. You got to know where you're on that court. And if you take a half a step back, that shot's worth 3 instead of 2.
Yeah, it definitely is.
So the 2 drops for Eubanks. That cuts the lead to 1. 45-44. Idabel has been really good at executing plays out of the timeout. What do you expect them to draw up here, Dion?
Well, I don't know exactly what they're going to draw up, but I imagine I know who the ball is going, whose hand it's going to fall into. It's either going to go to number 24 Thompson or number 33 Winston. Those have been the players that have not been shying away from the moment here late into the game.
Yeah, Thompson has been able to handle the pressure from Stillwell and take it all the way to the rack and finish. So we'll see if she gets the ball this time. We'll see if Stillwell wants to apply pressure. They will not. So they're going to give it to Thompson and play defense. 3:33 left to go, 45-44. Idabel dribbles it up slowly. Thompson looking for somebody to give it to. She gives it away to Pratt. Pratt drives right side. Gives it now to Batty East. Pratt, layup, off the glass, no good. Off her hands, they're going to say that it hit a Lady Indian before it went out of bounds.
The refs have a better vision and angle than we do, so we're going to trust their opinions on that one.
Man-to-man defense being played right now by the Lady Indians. Idabel inbounds it. Thompson back to Pratt. Looking down low, gives it to Batty East. And we are going to get a 3 seconds call. Batty East was camping out down below. She gets the 3-second call, and Stillwell has an opportunity to take the lead here. Down 1, 3:02 left to go.
Yeah, Idabel has to play really good defense. And they got to keep the ball away from number 15 and number 1, Sweeney.
Stevenson gets the ball top of the key, dribbles to the right side, kicks it out to Eubanks, so she's going to draw a foul. Alex Thompson picks up her 3rd foul, but 2:49 left to go. There's not too much to worry about there. Corner 3 from Eubanks, probably Eubanks in the corner. I'm just used to her shooting it.
Yeah, those are the 2 you got to worry about. They lost Sweeney and they've lost Eubanks on defense right now.
Catron with the 3. She has not hit one yet today. She has 0 points so far, and Idabel will be okay with her shooting the 3. Thompson almost lost the ball. She gets it back, gives it to Pratt, just a step in front of the timeline. Pratt dribbles right, has an open lane, takes contact. Foul is going to go on Swaney.
And to be honest, that's a good foul on Swaney. because she had lost her man, and she had to make up for it somehow, some way.
She's going to see if it is going to be a good foul. First shot up and in for Maddie Pratt. They're going to make it in from the stripe. That's where Idabel's last 3 points have come from. Second one up and good as well for Pratt. Those are 2 huge free throws to give Idabel.
Huge free throws.
Gives Idabel the 3-point lead. See what Stillwell does. Right now it's interesting to have Catron running the point and Mink sitting on the bench with 2:15 left to go in the fourth quarter. And there's another turnover from Catron running
These
the
refs
point.
are letting them play physical defense right now. I'm telling you, Seth.
You gotta wonder when Mink is gonna come back into the game. She's your primary ball handler, 2:12 left to go. She can rest tomorrow, right? You can rest later today before you play tomorrow. If you wanna win this game, you feel like you gotta have your starters in, as Catron's gonna pick up another foul.
And she did have that leg out, and it was blocking, so because of that.
Catron's coming out, and Mink is gonna come in. So we're wondering how long it was gonna take. Not long, Dion. 2:04 left to go, and Pratt is going to shoot 1-1 from the line. She made both of her free throws earlier. This one is up and rattles around and home. It's now a 2-possession game in favor of Idabel with 2:04 left to go. Second one up and in. Pratt, clutch free throw shooting.
I was going to say the same thing, partner.
It's a 5-point lead now. Stillwell needs to not have any empty possessions as there are 2 minutes left and counting.
And that one was an obvious foul on Pratt. Definitely pushing Minks out of the paint on defense.
You'd almost not rather have that foul if you're Stillwell, though, because Benham had a wide open layup to put it in. See what they do off the inbounds play. They give it in the corner. Swaney, top of the key, Mink. Eubanks, deep three-pointer. She was behind the line that time, almost stepped out of bounds. Winston brings it up the other way. They try to trap her. Benham comes up with a huge steal. 1:43 left to go. 5-point lead for Idabel. Corner, three-pointer on the way. Too short. 1:36 left to go.
Good job by Winston to get out there late and affect that shot by Sweeney, because she was coming down the sideline by herself, ready to shoot, and her late attempt at blocking the shot made the difference.
1:20 left to go. We'll see if Thompson tries to dribble this one out. No, she's going to take it all the way to the rack. Blocked by Eubanks. Stillwell comes up. Another opportunity for the Lady Indians. They cannot have empty possessions, Dion. Ball poked away. Benham gets it down below. Eubanks, three-pointer, up. Bottom of the net, baby.
That's the person you don't want to leave alone, and she makes the Idabel Lady Warriors pay. Less than a minute left in this game.
Stillwell down by 2. Idabel, there is no shot clock. Idabel can run this clock out if they want to. Stillwell is going to have to foul. You have to choose who you want to foul, and you need to get the ball out of that girl's hands.
You definitely do.
Get it out of Pratt. Foul anybody else. But I would foul. Not Pratt. And they're going to foul Pratt. Eventually, you did have to foul. 32 seconds left.
But I don't even think they were going for a foul right there. I think the coach knew the possession error was on them. He was trying to get the ball to tie up, but the foul was committed.
We'll see if Pratt can come up with some more clutch free throws for her team. 1-on-1 opportunity. This is the last one. It's short, but an offensive rebound. Batty East gets the rebound. Shot no good, and we got a foul. A foul is going to go against Idabel. It is on Leah Herod, just her first foul, and they are not in the bonus yet.
Okay, so that kind of bails them out, because I was anticipating them being in the bonus right now.
Yeah, it's only the 4th team foul on Idabel. 29 seconds left, down by 2. Let's see what Stillwell has drawn up. Do you call a timeout here if you're Glenn Cohn? He's going to let his team play right now. They get it down low to Benham. Spin move, up, in! Benham finishes.
And they haven't gone back to Benham in a while. And they do just that right there.
Thompson on the other end draws hard and is going to get the contact. If you're Benham there, that's not a bad foul.
It's not at all. You got to protect the basket.
But if you're Stillwell, you just had the game-tying points. You got to get back on defense and stop Thompson, who's been their offense, breaking the press.
And is that 5 on Benham? And that's 5 on Benham, and she's out of the game. That's the person who can get the easy bucket for you, as you saw her do just then. Now all they have to rely on is their outside shot and their outside presence.
Yeah, you have to believe whether or not Thompson makes one of these, two of these, or none of them, they're going to go for the three-pointer here at the end of this game. With Benham out, seems like the smart move to make. Thompson too strong on this one. First free throw up, no good for Alex Thompson. She's got one more here.
And the pressure's on because you have to assume they're not going to get another possession. It's either this free throw or they're going to the consolation bracket, because I do not think Stillwell is not going to miss a point over here.
Thompson too strong, ball on the floor. And they're going to get Alex Thompson for reaching around and trying to pick up the ball. Still, that's only team foul number 5. That is Thompson's 4th, though. And a good job there by head coach Glenn Cohn. Now, you're without Benham if you're the Stillwell Lady Indians. You can't get that easy bucket. What are you drawing up here to try and get yourself a bucket in the win?
Well, if you're this Lady Indians team, you have so many options, because a number of girls for you have knocked down big-time shots in this game. Number 1, Sweeney. Number 15, Stevenson. And number 21, Eubanks. So there's a lot of girls who can knock down shots. You just have to organize a situation where, for me, I'm going to Sweeney first, because she seems like your clutch player. Then, if it's not there, you have to find Eubanks, because that's the second clutch player, and Stevenson's got to be the third option.
I would try and see if you can get something. As you can see, Seth Campbell, Dion Amade joining you live here on the Bravado Wireless game of, we call it the game of the week when we're doing football. This is the game of the day so far, and game number 3 of 8 that we are going to have. And I think you got to draw something up, maybe a pick and roll action at the top of the key. And instead of rolling, you pick with Stevenson. You let her sit out at the three-point line. You have Eubanks in one corner, and you see if you can't get somebody to drive. Idabel's going to pick up full court coverage. They give it to Eubanks, cross the timeline. In the corner, Swaney. She's going to drive baseline. Eubanks, three-pointer on the way, and they fouled her.
She fouled the three-point shooter. She fouled the three-point shooter. The cardinal rule in basketball, and Minks is going to the line.
Mink is going to have 3 opportunities to sink one of these with 1.4 seconds left. On one end, Thompson couldn't put the game away. Let's see what Mink has. First shot way too strong. You can tell both of these teams are feeling the pressure right now, Dion.
We mentioned it in the 4th quarter when Idabel was only up 4. The game started to get tighter and tighter, and as the time ticked off, it continues to get tighter, and she misses the second.
Hey, you got to take a deep breath here. I'd almost call a timeout if I had one, if I'm head coach Glenn Cohn. You just got to tell her to shoot the ball. There's nothing else extra riding on here. Just shoot the ball. She's in her own head. The free throw's up and in. Mink nails 1. That's all they need. Idabel's got 1.4. Half-court heave. Too short. And the Lady Indians come back with a huge comeback victory.
For a team that never led in this game, they come back and get the victory at the last second, and this has got to be a heartbreaker for Idabel.
Yeah, Idabel got worse as the game went on the offensive end. They scored 13 in the first, 13 in the second, but then 12 and 11 points. They just couldn't get the offense going enough, and it really looked like Stillwell was able to handle their pressure and turn it into positive points. We take another look at this last play. And a nice corner 3 from Eubanks.
The three-point basket kept them in the game the whole way. And it's just like you say, I mean, you can't trade 3 for 2s. There's no way to win. And because of that, Stillwell was able to climb back in this one and get the victory at the last possible second.
Stillwell beats Idabel 49-50. They move on to play 7 o'clock, and they'll play the winner of Fort Gibson and Tulsa Hell. Idabel will play the loser of that game as they move into the consolation bracket. Take another look at these replays brought to you by Bravado Wireless. All right, Dion, that's just 3. We got 5 more to go. And we hope they're all just as good as that last game right there. Our final score, 50-49 in favor of Stillwell. We're going to have some men's action coming up here after this short break here on Bravado Wireless.
Big wireless companies keep getting bigger and bigger, but their coverage where you live is still small. At Bravado Wireless, we provide the best unlimited talk, text, and data for only $40 a month, right here in Eastern Oklahoma. You deserve to connect fast to your family, friends, and colleagues, wherever they are, with no interruptions and no excuses. Don't buy into big. Go bold. Go Bravado. Visit bravadowireless.com or visit one of our stores, where we make it easy to join our family. Bravado Wireless. We believe in the power of connection.
This broadcast is a copyright of Bravado Wireless. This game and broadcast should not be reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed without the expressed written consent of Bravado Wireless and its management.